because these are wild animals. And if you name them, that's more like you would do a pet. And a wolf in no way, shape, or form is a pet. So the numbering system came along because every time a wolf gets a collar, it gets a number. And that was an easy way to keep track of collars that are, for instance, collared by the state, collared by the park. Each has a different numbering system. So when they brought the wolves back in, they were all collared and had a number. And then every winter, late December, January, February, Doug Smith does collar them again, or does collaring again. He usually collars maybe at the most a third of the pack, but the collaring is what has allowed us to know the wolves, know their behavior. I've seen so many incredible things. And these wolves, yes, they are wearing a collar, and there's some people who are very against the collars, but they represent thousands and thousands of other wolves that are out in the world, and they're telling us their story by us being able to monitor them from their collars. And that's how I know, all of them. I know the ones without collars, because I know by sight, by different colors and patterns and so forth on their bodies. So I've looked at them so much that I do know them. But the way that we find them is through their collars. And the things that I've seen, because a wolf had a collar on, have been unbelievable in the last 10 years. It's absolutely so important. It's just like we have the '06 female, who was probably the most famous wolf from here. See, Druids were pre-Facebook. The '06 female, she started the big part of her life, the big story of her life, right at the same time. So everybody knew her. When she died over in Europe, everywhere, they knew that she had passed. So she was very famous, and she gained that notoriety because of when she was born. Druids were very, very famous at their time, but we didn't have the ability to spread the word of the wolves like you do on social media. So yes, I think that having a big story is very important, and people can follow the life of a wolf. I write my notes every day. And I send them out to all kinds of different people. I have Yellowstone Reports that goes out online. And my whole thing is to tell the wolf story, the true story. And so to have people follow their lives in the wild, in the absolute wild, is huge. Absolutely huge. I mean, there are people who, in San Diego, for instance, or in LA, and wolves and bison and all of that is like, whoa. And here, it's part of your everyday life. So to appreciate that, it's so fantastic to be able to have video, photos, a life story, all of the ins and outs and the drama of the wolves. And it is a drama, but it's a drama that we have here in Yellowstone, and we can see them because the wolves are so visible here. But it's a drama that's taking place all over where wolves live, because that's their life. We just happen to be seeing it here. So these are ambassadors, wolves. It's like I said about the collars. These are the ambassadors for the wolves everywhere. So the importance is I'm telling their story, and other people, online are telling their story. So it's not Little Red Riding Hood, and it isn't the big bad wolf. This is the side of the wolf that people need to see.